Welcome back, my dear students of class 9. Dear student, let me introduce myself. I am Rajendra Rai, biology teacher and working at the Lakshmi Prasad Memorial Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear students, this digital video is the continuation of the video which you have already seen, and now in the chapter of the natural resources, I am going to discuss about the gaseous cycle. My dear students, in the previous video you have learned so many things about the natural resources. Now come to the different types of the gaseous cycles, and that gaseous cycles, let it start from the oxygen cycle. Dear students, the oxygen, the percentage of oxygen that is in the environment, that is 21% approximate, and this 21% of the oxygen is subject to the recycling in the environment, in the biosphere, by the utilization of the living organism in the process of respiration, and by the production of this oxygen in the process of photosynthesis that is done by the plants, different plants. So let it see, on the one hand there is a photosynthesis, and on the other hand there is a process like respiration. So see how does it happen, the maintenance of the oxygen cycle. So dear students, this is the photosynthesis, and on one hand oxygen, this one, that is the respiration. So two phenomena are there, and these phenomena conducted by the living organism. So dear students, the photosynthesis, this is a very important process, this is a very important metabolic activity that is found in the plants, and plants, they utilize CO2, carbon dioxide from the environment, and combining with the water, H2O, and they will be able to produce the oxygen along with the food, that is the CCCH12O6, and this oxygen gets utilized by the living organisms like animals and plant both in the process of respiration. And further, after respiration, this CO2, in the process of respiration, this CO2 get emitted by the living organism, whether they are plants or animals. This CO2 and this CO2 get utilized into the process of photosynthesis. So by cycling of the photosynthesis and respiration, the percentage of the oxygen get maintained up to the 21%. Therefore, dear student, we can say that the plants are the very important factors for maintaining the percentage of oxygen in the environment, which is very necessary for the living organism for the process of respiration. And the process of respiration is so important that they have to get the energy which they require for the different types of the activities. Dear students, one thing is very important as far as oxygen is concerned, and that is for protection of the living organism on the earth, and that is ozone layer. About 23 kilometers far away from the earth, there is a layer of the ozone gas which formula is O3. Now let us see how it get to be formed. Dear students, the oxygen atom, this oxygen molecule, in the presence of the ultraviolet rays, oxygen disintegrated into the oxygen atom, O plus O, UV rays. In the presence of UV rays, and this oxygen atom further they get combined with the oxygen molecule, again in the presence of UV rays, and formation of ozone takes place. So this formation of ozone gas takes place, that is far away, that is 23 kilometers far away from the surface of the earth, and this layer is for the protection of different types of the living being they are living on the earth from the ultraviolet ray, because this ozone layer absorbs the ultraviolet ray inside it, and there is a reactions like the disintegration of the oxygen gas into the oxygen atom, and oxygen atom when it combines with the oxygen gas, then the formation of this ozone takes place. My dear students, as far as the importance of this ozone layer is concerned, it is very important that in our ecosystem, ozone layer is for the protection from the ultraviolet rays that is emitting from the sun, and that ultraviolet should not reach to the earth, because they cause skin cancer, breast cancer, leukemia and lung cancer in the human. They stop the tissue growth and they stop the albumin coagulation. They stop the blood coagulation if ultraviolet rays come to the earth. That is very dangerous for the human, and they changes the rays of the photosynthesis. The process of photosynthesis gets disturbed due to the ultraviolet rays, so that has to be protected by this ozone layer. And they changes the atmospheric conditions like temperature and precipitation. Precipitation means the rainfall, the snowfall, the fog. These are the form of the precipitation which fall down on the earth from time to time. And dear students, let it know about the ozone hole. Since 1979 and up to the 2010, 1979 up to 2010, there will be the 550 Dobson units is found in the ozone layer. 550 Dobson unit, that is the concentration unit of the ozone layer into the ozone area, and that ozone area is called ozonosphere or ozone layer. So dear students, this is the degradation of the ozone layer, that is the protecting layer that is found around the earth, just above the 23 km away from the earth. Dear students, as far as ozone layer destruction is concerned, the gases like CFC means chlorofluorocarbon are the gases which directly affect the destruction of this ozone layer, O3 layer, that is present in the environment. Dear students, after this ozone and oxygen, this oxygen and ozone that is closely related among each other, let it know about the carbon cycle, which is again it is correlated with the oxygen cycle and ozone cycle. And while studying this carbon cycle, you will be able to learn about the greenhouse effect also. So we will discuss here about the greenhouse effect also. So let us see carbon cycle. This carbon is available in the air in the form of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So in the air there will be the carbon dioxide, and if there will be the insufficient oxygen in the air, then there will be the formation of carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide will be formed in the absence of the sufficient oxygen in the atmosphere when burning any type of the fuel. So dear students, this carbon dioxide that is present in the atmosphere, that is 0.03% only, and this has to be maintained from the process of plantation that is on the earth. So again repeat this cycle. If you repeat this cycle, the process of photosynthesis and respiration, you will be able to understand the carbon cycle. So this carbon dioxide gets absorbed by the plant, and these plants, they form the oxygen during the process of photosynthesis, photosynthesis, and this photosynthesis is also responsible for the production of oxygen which get utilized in the process of respiration again. And when the living forms get die, they get deposited into the earth in the form of the solid fuel and liquid fuel like coal and petroleum product. As you know, the plant get converted into the coal and animals get converted into the fuel when they get mixed with the sea water. That happened in a very long time of the earth life. So you have to note it. This is the important point. So dead and decaying plants and animals are responsible for the deposition of carbon in the ground in the form of fuel, in the form of coal, in the form of petroleum. And when this carbon fuel get burned, then the emission of the carbon dioxide takes place. So if these are burning, then the emission of the carbon dioxide takes place, and again this carbon dioxide is get utilized in the process of photosynthesis, and this cycle is repeating. Dear student, the deposition of the fuel form, that is in the form of coal, carbon, and liquid fuel, that is the petroleum product, is the very long time process. So if there is the burning of this kind of fuel, then there will be the emission of this carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. This carbon dioxide gets utilized in photosynthesis, and this cycle get repeated. So oxygen and carbon dioxide cycle is simultaneously running process. So dear students, you have to take care about the important points of this oxygen cycle, ozone cycle, and this carbon cycle. And now let us discuss about the greenhouse effect. My dear students, the normal temperature of the earth is 15 degrees centigrade. The earth temperature is 15 degrees centigrade, and it is necessary to maintain the temperature of the 15 degrees centigrade. Otherwise, there will be the forthcoming of the ice age. The things will get freezed if the temperature go down below this. My dear students, the temperature should not be raised above the 15 degrees centigrade, because there will be the melting of the big glaciers, and that will cause the different types of the problems. So maintaining this 15 degrees centigrade, these gases, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, CFC, are called greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. These greenhouse gases are responsible for maintaining the temperature of the earth, that is up to the 15 degrees centigrade. So dear students, greenhouse effect is the effect. You can understand this effect in taking the example of a jar that is filled with some gases like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, and this house is definitely having the different temperature as compared to the surrounding temperature. So if surrounding temperature that is the 25 degrees centigrade, then there will be the increase of the temperature inside the jar, which is containing the different types of the greenhouse gases like CO2 and CO and SO2. So these are the greenhouse gases. CFC also, CFC. So these gases are responsible for increasing the temperature of a glass chamber. So you can understand the greenhouse effect by doing this practical, that this glass chamber is having the more temperature as compared to surrounding. It means if surrounding is having the 25 degrees centigrade temperature, then there will be the increase of temperature like 30 degrees centigrade inside this glass chamber, 30 degrees centigrade. So this increase of the temperature inside the glass that is having the greenhouse gases are called the greenhouse effect. So the rise in temperature by the greenhouse gases is called the greenhouse effect, whether that is the glass chamber or that is the environmental chamber that is surrounding the Earth. So my dear students, this is all about the oxygen cycle, ozone layer, carbon cycle as well as the greenhouse effect. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.